Okay, now we're ready to roll. Out to the nation's capital we go, and it is nice to see this guy's smiling face, Aaron John, AJ Jakubec. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, good. You can call me Aaron John, AJ. You can call me whatever. It's just good to be here.
Oh, is it ever? Just happy to be alive, literally. You announced that you're going back to work, by the way. Pancreatitis, I believe, was your battle. Were you surprised by the reaction from everybody, AJ?
Yeah, acute pancreatitis. It's something I had no idea what it was on December 1st. And, December 2nd, I didn't know either. Probably by the end of that week, I did. So, it's been overwhelming for sure because it's come from everywhere. It's come from, people, family and friends, which you would expect, and people in Ottawa, but just the reaction from people, across the country and, media people and, just strangers and whatever. It's been, silver lining, right? You don't want to go through something like that again, but I wouldn't change anything because, I feel pretty good right now. And in the end, you look at the positive out of it, and the positive is I'm still here, and a lot got a second chance, and I'm going to make the most of it.
Good for you, man. Well, obviously, it's changed your life forever, and I don't mean physically. It'll mean your outlook, too. And Darren, but our viewers might not, that AJ was the voice of the Edmonton Oil Kings for a good long time, too. He's an Edmonton guy. So you've jumped, and also voice of the Ottawa 67s, pre and post for the Senators. He's called Senators games, Red Blacks and the Ottawa Fury. Maybe you were working too hard, AJ. Did anybody tell you that?
Yeah, I don't know. In the end, it's gallstones that created it. I don't even know how gallstones are created in the first place. I guess I probably should have asked that. My gallbladder's coming out in the fall, though, so that won't be an issue anymore. So, yeah, I love doing what I do. It doesn't feel like a job. It's it's a privilege to be able to call football and hockey and basketball and soccer and all the other sports I've been able to call, and excited to be able to call sports again whenever that's going to happen, and hopefully that's going to be sooner rather than later.
Well, no doubt, and I knew that this day was coming, that you would make your return. I was keeping in touch with you throughout, and you were giving me updates. I wasn't overly concerned. Did you ever think that you were on the way out? Did you?
Yeah, I always felt that. I always felt that, number one, health-wise, that I was going to beat it, and number two, from a work standpoint, that obviously COVID has kind of changed a lot of things. It's businesses have gone down, and people have lost their jobs, and more seriously, people have lost their lives out of it. But from my perspective, I always kind of felt that, and that was one of the great things about working at TSN 1200. I was always made to feel not to worry about work or anything like that, that I would have a spot when I was healthy and just focus on my health. And so I did that, and yeah, just excited. It was great to be on the radio yesterday, and I love doing a show. I do. It's one of the things I'm an opinionated guy, so I've got opinions on a lot of different things, but my true passion is still play-by-play, and I want to see CFL football this year, for example, and I'm frustrated because I'll be honest, you look at leagues like the CEBL, which I think has a real promising future, and you guys have a team in Saskatchewan there that hosted the championship last year and was very successful, and you look at the Canadian Premier League, which is in its second year. So second year leagues, and I get it, there's 12 players in one and 23 players on a roster in the other. It's not 46 players, but they don't have any TV money either. So I'm kind of tired of the whining, tired of the crap here, and figure if health is the reason why this can't go, if it's like 1919 and the Spanish flu Stanley Cup and all that, then you throw up your hands and you say, absolutely. Health is most important. But if these other leagues are playing, and you see teams playing in Spain and Italy right now where, they had, mass death in terms of COVID-19, and then they're playing again. And I get it. They're bigger leagues, more revenue, and, that sort of thing. But if you see in this country the CEBL and the Canadian Premier League playing, and the CFL isn't when they've got a TV deal, that's not going to fly for me. So it's time for them to get serious and to, look to. I don't care if it's a 4-game season. Like no one said the biggest event in the world is the World Cup. No one said, oh, the World Cup. You put an asterisk next to it because you play 3 games in round robin and then you get to the playoff. I don't care if that's all you can do is a 4-game season. Have a 4-game season, have playoffs and a Grey Cup, because entertainment is about entertaining the people that haven't had any entertainment in this country for a long time because of COVID. And so it's time for people to step up on both sides and make this happen, get creative, because I'll tell you what, if the CEBL and the CPL, 2 leagues that, I'm going to be a part of broadcasting as well at some point, if they're playing and the CFL isn't, that ain't going to cut it for me.
Rod's rant hijacked by AJ, and I love it. I couldn't agree more. The rant for Bronco Plumbing and Heating, your factory authorized Bryant Furnace dealer. And you're right, but why would it be that the CFL isn't playing? AJ, is it squabbling over money, not being able to get an agreement? Why would it be, do you think?
I don't know. It feels a little Major League Baseball-esque to me in terms of squabbling right now. And again, maybe they're going to play. Maybe it's just posturing right now. The people I talk to on both sides, players and management, there just doesn't seem to be a lot of optimism, like really any optimism, to be honest. And I'm just kind of like, okay, I get it. This is tough. Everyone's going to lose. Players aren't going to make as much money. Owners are going to lose money. I mean, the Edmonton Eskimos, I'm from Edmonton. The Edmonton Eskimos have an 11, and I get every team doesn't have this. They have, an $11 million rainy day fund? What are they waiting for? Like, what are we waiting for? Like, are we waiting for the next pandemic to use that $11 million or what? So, to me, there are solutions here. It's not going to be ideal for anyone. But I just think, like I said, it would be very disappointing if these other leagues are playing and they're not, if they can't come up with a solution. And, the time's running out here. Like, we're in June and like, just in terms of logistics, you got to get going. You can't, and they're talking about, Anthony Fauci talking about if, get these baseball playoffs done end of October. Well, all right. And I get different countries and stuff, right? I mean, obviously the COVID rates are a lot worse in the U.S. than they are here, but still, I mean, you'd like to be able to get playing again. And again, doesn't have to be, no one's going to talk about the integrity of a season with what we're going through right now. People just want to see football. People want to see entertainment. And people need to suck it up. That's part of the thing with me, right? I mean, I'm in the entertainment business. You're in the entertainment business. Sometimes you're going to have to do things that you don't really want to do, but you're doing it because that's the business we're in. And, your goal is to entertain people. And that's, on both sides of the ledger here, that people need to understand this. This has got to be about Canada. And look, if they don't get any government money, then, maybe it is a non-starter. But if you get government money and these other leagues are playing and you're not, look, what are you getting that government money for? So I get it, to stabilize it for next year and all that kind of stuff. But, there are solutions here. They just need some creative thinking and a little bit of a kick in the butt.
Wow. Well, I think you just gave it to him, and thank you, AJ, for doing it. Your chubby cheeks are gone, but your opinions are not. And I got to say this, TSN 1200, I know they have an awesome culture. I know they love you, and we're waiting for you to come back. So I'm glad that you're full steam ahead, man. Keep in touch, and here's hoping you are calling games in 2020.
Yeah, absolutely. Cheers, Roddy, and, I'll appreciate your support throughout this. And, just great to be back. And now that I'm back, again, I don't want to be talking about non-sport 5 days a week. I want to be talking about games and broadcasting games. So hopefully we get our wish, right? We all want it, right? No one's sitting at home saying, geez, I hope we the only games we get the rest of the year are more replays, more classic games on television. We all want real games. So make it happen.
You bet. Thanks, AJ.
Thanks, Roddy.
AJ Jakubec joining us, the voice of the Ottawa Red Blacks. And, that's right. He said, suck it up. He didn't specifically say to whom, but I think there's a lot of people that could suck it up and be a little tougher right now. Sorry, Don McNeil, if you don't like it. That's what we do here. Frankly, Darren, let's bring you in on that. We allow people to come on and say their piece, and we also don't allow them to be attacked. And I'm not saying Don is attacking AJ, but he's allowed to say his piece. This is a guy whose livelihood in a way depends on, well, it does depend on sports. And I'm kind of getting tired of the finger pointing too.
You're watching Rod Pedersen On Demand. For more of The Rod Pedersen Show, visit rodpedersen.com or follow Rod Pedersen on social media.